Hi collective, this is Tan for Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just going to do a general collective reading. I'm not going to be answering any questions. I'm going to be putting that in the pinned comment as well. Let's see. I meant to do a reading last Friday, but yeah, something came up and I really was not in the mood to read or interact with anybody last week, last Friday. So I ended up like just scrapping that live, and I hope to do that live this evening, this afternoon. So let me just put this note in. Okay. So no personal questions until further notice. Okay, hi everyone. I just wanted to put the comment, I'm not going to be answering any questions. So if I suggest everybody looks at the pinned comment, just so I don't have to repeat myself, because I really want to focus on the reading. Like I mentioned earlier when I started the live, is that I was supposed to do a all signs reading last Friday, but I was not in the mood. I was not in the right headspace, emotional space. So I had to cancel that live stream. But I hope to do that live stream this afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern time, or this evening. It's 5:30 Eastern time. I already scheduled it. It's going to be an all signs, no contact reading. So I'm going to be reading the signs from Aries all the way through Pisces, and we're going to be following the order of the zodiac. So that's going to be at 5:30 Eastern time. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Hello, Quinn. How are you? So I'm going to do a general reading right now. So no personal questions. I will not be answering personal questions. So please don't put any personal questions, because I'm just going to ignore them. And I'm saying this respectively, so that if I don't respond to your comment, if it's a question, it's because I already stated this and I don't want to repeat myself, because as someone who's a mother who's had to repeat herself continuously to children, it gets quite grating. And I don't want to have to get frustrated with you. So I'm just letting everyone know now. Anyone who's a parent understands. Okay. So what message does the collective need to know at this time, Spirit? What message does the collective need to know at this time? What message does the collective need to know at this time? Okay, we got red flags, warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble, you knew better. So red flags doesn't necessarily mean it has to be within a love relationship, right? You could see red flags within a workplace, within friendship dynamics, or even just people that you're around that you just don't feel comfortable. But it's important that you don't ignore those things. You know, there's a reason why you feel a certain way or you're seeing certain things, possibly proof that you should either not continue to engage with someone or a certain situation, because it just might create some sort of chaos in your life. So some of you may also have a secret admirer, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. So you, usually when you have a secret admirer, it's somebody that's watching you and you're not aware that they are. Okay, I have another card that fell over. Sneaky link, but it came out in the reverse. So I like that. It says hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy nobody needs to know. So this card came out in the reverse. I don't know, some of you are in a sneaky link connection, and if it was one, it might be a situation where now people are going to be aware that your relationship exists. Your relationship may be becoming public, and I find it interesting that this card was in the reverse. So I'm only have to put it upright so I could read it, you know, but this came out in the reverse. So it's something that should be noted. I don't know if some of you are in a sneaky link or considered like a secret relationship. Sneaky link sounds so negative because it implies that someone's in a relationship that they're keeping secret because they are already in an established relationship. Like they're already married or seeing somebody. But, for some of you, it just may be a secret relationship. A lot of people do that. You know, sometimes you don't want to announce you're in a relationship because you don't want anybody trying to influence your relationship, try to interfere with it. So you keep things secret, possibly because of how you met the person. I don't know if some of you have met somebody through work or school, church, somewhere where fraternization is not acceptable. So that could be why some of you are in a secret relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a third party type situation. But the fact that it came out in the reverse is indicating that some of you may have been in a secret relationship. I'm just going to put it that way because that applies anything, right? But it could also be that your relationship is now becoming public. Influencer status. I don't know if some of you are influencers in some way or you're attempting to be an influencer. It says social recognition, online fame, power to influence, and swipe up. So I don't know if you're like, if we connected to the sneaky link, secret relationship card, some of you may have been in a secret relationship that may not have been posted online. Like there's nothing online indicating that, let me see. Okay. Okay. Let's just do this. So I could focus on, and then let me just get rid of that. Okay. So influencer status. So some of you may have been an influencer and you may not, or you may have social media and you may not be posting, you may not be sharing your relationship online, which is like the smart thing to do. But some of you could be dealing with someone who is maybe have a high profile, maybe, or this could be you, that some of you may have some sort of status. You know, you're recognized, you're well known in your community. It doesn't have to be like you're an influencer, like you're, you know, like taking selfies and, you know, traveling and shit like that. You could be like somebody who is actually making a difference. Like you could be a community activist. You could be a politician. I don't know if any politicians are watching my channel, but you could just have some sort of reputation within your community or wherever you work. Just so we know, we established influencers aren't only people on social media. You could be an influencer as part of your community, okay? But some of you may have that. Yeah, so with that being said, some of you can be in some sort of dynamic or relationship with someone who is influential. Let's see. Red flags. All right, so I want to clarify the red flags card, just just to see, like we could narrow it down to see what this red flag is. It could be something that's, just so everyone knows, if you're entering now, entering the live stream, I just turned off my comments because I had some attention seekers coming on, and I don't really engage with that type of thing. So I just turned off my comments so I could focus on this reading. So if you resonate with this reading at all, you could put something in the comments. I just turned off the chat just so I can focus on this reading. I don't want to get distracted by attention seekers, you know. It's that time, you know, people are coming out of school. You know, this channel is for adults only, okay? I want to put this 21 and over. Nobody under 21 is allowed here. Okay? So I want to know what this red flags, warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble, you knew better. What is this in regards to? I mean, it could be in a relationship. It could be a work dynamic. The Emperor card came out. So that's like Aries energy, but it could also be someone who's a boss, someone who has a lot of authority, a supervisor, manager. Wow, okay. Emperor and Empress came out together. Okay, this is what I'm getting. When the Emperor and Empress comes out, that's like, they're like the married couple. They're a couple. I don't know if some of you, if this is a romantic relationship. Some of you may be dealing with someone who's married. You may have already saw the signs. You may have had an inkling, maybe even the suspicion that you are dealing with someone who's in already an established relationship. They don't have to be married, but they may be in a serious relationship with somebody. They may even have children with another person. So, okay, red flags. Maybe someone that you may be talking to now. Maybe that you've been talking to in secret with the speaking link card. Okay, it may be coming out that this person is married. That's why the sneaky link came out. You're going to be finding this out, and then you may be finding out that you might be a sneaky link. You know, you may be finding out, you may have suspected someone's married, maybe have children, maybe an established long-term relationship with someone that they've built a home with. That might resonate with you. But I feel like the fact is, with the red flags card coming out, it's like you may have suspected it, but you may have doubted it. So this is your confirmation that you're correct. All the signs that you were receiving is confirmation that you are, or you were interacting with someone who is in a committed relationship, regardless if they were a masculine or feminine energy, because we have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. So this could be a married woman or a married man. And it doesn't have to be married. It could be a female or masculine, feminine or masculine that's already in a relationship. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. Wow. Oh my gosh, the devil. Oh my gosh, this is a major arcana. The enslaved woman, enslaved man. Yeah. This is looking like some of you are dealing with that type of situation. Where this is just like, yeah. Yeah, you already know about this. If you already sensed this, you intuited this, then you're correct. I don't know if this comes out, if you're going to be viewed in this way. Because like I said, sneaking link in reverse, it's like it's no longer a secret. It's out in the open. And the reason why I'm thinking that some of you don't know this, you just suspected this, is because of it being the red flags, warning signs, avoiding or not paying attention to the warning signs. Okay. But some of you may know, some people like those types of things. But just understand, you may be viewed in this way. And if you made your bed, you have to lie in it. Okay. Don't act shocked if people see you that way, especially if you knew someone's in a relationship, you know? You knew and you didn't care. I'm not here to judge, but I'm just, you can't act like you're innocent, you know? That's what I mean. You're no angel in this situation if you knew. Okay. Secret admirer. All right. What is the secret admirer? The star. Ooh, someone sees you as a star. I feel like the red flags is totally different. Unless you have a secret admirer, you may suspect someone likes you, but you know they're already married, and you kind of don't want to get involved in that situation because of this. You don't want to be seen in that way. You don't want to be, or this dynamic may be a toxic one, or these may be toxic individuals. So some of you may be dealing with an emperor or empress, or somebody who embodies that. An emperor, empress is someone of a very high status, you know, very established, very wealthy, maybe has authority, has influence. We have influencer status coming out. You know, emperor and empress are very influential people. But these, like whoever this is, they may have not the best intentions if they are a secret admirer. They may be looking at you like you're a star. And it's funny that we have a lot of major arcana coming out. So what I see is Aries. I see Taurus and Libra and Capricorn energy, as well as Aquarius. So those signs may be significant to you. So the star, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. Then we have Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is someone walking away from a very disappointing situation and going towards their own happiness, going towards their own wish fulfillment, which is the Nine of Cups, and then a completion of a cycle where there's a positive outcome with the Ten of Cups, right? There may be someone who leaving a situation or has left a situation, and they may be in the process of healing. And that's why, because the star also is an indicative of someone who's going through a healing process, going through a healing journey. And that may be the secret admirer. This person can be going through a healing journey because they may have experienced some sort of disappointment in the past, have walked away from a relationship that was no longer fulfilling or has been emotionally draining to them. And that may be where the tentativeness is coming from this person, especially depending on how soon they've ended a relationship. So that's why the secret admirer is. They're keeping it a secret. There may be somebody who's watching you. I don't know if you're receiving anonymous notes. You may not even suspect that someone likes you or has some sort of, okay. What I want to say too is, with the Eight of Cups, this could have been a person that had to end a relationship with someone because of toxicity. And that's where this tentativeness is coming from. They left a situation, they walked away from a situation, but they may be viewing you as, you know, they may be, you know, let me read this in order. Bear with me. I feel a little rusty, you know, but I feel like this person may have left. This is like a side story because some of you may have like some sort of married couple that, you know, somebody's married. But another scenario I'm getting is that someone may have ended a relationship. They may have been married. They may have ended the relationship, may have gotten divorced, maybe because they felt like they were bound to this person. They may be in the process of divorcing, maybe in the process of separating from a not so healthy relationship, right? And they're going through a healing process, but they may be seeing you as, you know, they may be admiring you, may be interested in you some way, but that you may not even be aware. And if I said anything that resonated with a specific person, then now you know. Okay. So we're more about the secret admirer. 2 cards. The Tower. See, this person most likely went through some very sudden change. Their world has probably collapsed and they may be in the process of recovering, rebuilding themselves with the Star, because the Star comes out after the Tower. The Tower is number 16 and the Star is number 17 in major arcana. So, and the other card we have is 3 of Cups. I definitely see a third party situation here. It could be that. I don't know, their partner was cheating with a friend. I don't know if this is you. You were cheated on by whoever you were with, and it was with a friend, with the 3 of Cups. Maybe it was a close friend. to either one of you, however it resonates. Okay, that may be secret admirer, but that could also be your situation if you walked away from somebody. All right. Just so you know, like these readings are general. I don't know everybody's personal situation. And so some of the messages may resonate with you. They may resonate with the person you're dealing with, or it could just be something that's going on around you. So this could be the general energy since this is a collective reading. You know, so if I was doing a personal reading, then we'll be able to narrow it down based on what's going on in your situation. But right now, I'm not offering any personal readings. That's something I would hope to do soon. Okay, why is the sneaky link in reverse? Why is the sneaky link in reverse? Hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy. Nobody needs to know. So like I mentioned earlier, some of you, if you are dealing with someone who is, you may suspect that somebody is married and that they have an interest in you. You don't want to get involved with that, right? If you are already in that like third party dynamic, that may be revealed. That news, that's going to come out, and it may not put you in the best light. So I just want to reiterate in case somebody's coming in. Okay, sneaky link. Tell me about sneaky link. Sneaky link. Okay, that card. The Lovers. Yeah. Fitting, right? The Lovers with the sneaky link card. So some of you, yeah, having a, oh my gosh. And you look at this. I know this is supposed to be an angel because in the traditional tarot, there's an angel that seems to be blessing these two people, a masculine and feminine energy, right? But you see here the way this angel is. I don't know, somebody's name is Angel, Angela, Angie, Angelina, Angelica, something like that. But look at this angel. Like, I said that somebody's going to find out. And, you know, it looks like somebody's like rushing. Like, what the hell are you doing? And look at the snake. The snake is like, you know, like the devil, like, let them be dirty. Let them sin. Get out of here, angel. You're not welcome here. I'm being funny. I'm just trying to bring light to the situation because you see the snake is like, it's like, you know, and that's not how snakes, because snakes don't have arms. So, but it's just like this angel's coming out of nowhere, and then the snake is like, get out of here. Let them sin. I'm just reading the card. I'm not judging anybody, you know. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't like third party situations, but the thing is, it's what happens in reality. You know, I can't be the moral police. You know, everybody has their own reasons for getting involved in certain things, and I don't think it's my place to judge anybody. And I think I've realized that because in the past I felt like I came off as judgmental about those types of situations. But in reality, that's just a part of life. Sometimes people get involved in those situations knowingly and unknowingly, but it is what it is. You know, I don't have to accept it. I don't have to accept it or condone it, but it's not my business what anyone does, you know? I mean, of course, I don't want people to get hurt, but I'm not the one doing the hurting, you know, it's other people. So that's something that needs to be figured out amongst them, not me, you know, so I can't judge. I can't be self-righteous. Okay, tell me more about the sneaky link and the Lovers. I definitely feel like some of this relationship may be become public. For some of you, it may not even be that you're dealing with anybody else. It's just that some of you have been in a secret relationship and someone may be finding out. And it may not be that you're in a secret relationship with someone who's already involved. It may be just you and a person, no third party, and it's just you. You have a relationship with them and you're keeping it secret because possibly it's not, it's taboo. You know, maybe you met at work, maybe you met at school, maybe you met at church, you met at somewhere where fraternization is not acceptable, is not accepted, you know? So Knight of Swords, yeah, somebody's gonna, you see the Knight of Swords coming out. The Knight of Swords, can be aggressive, can be cutting. So I would say beware, you know, like beware of cutting objects, sharp objects. Someone coming at you with a sharp object, you know. But I would say this, like it's going to be unexpected. Like this, I want to say unveiling or revelation or revealing of your relationship is going to be maybe a shock to other people. They may be shocked by this, but it could be also shocking to you because you may have been trying diligently to try to keep it a secret, but then somehow it gets out. And then we have the Seven of Wands, and you feel like you're going to have to defend yourself. So regardless of the situation, you and another person, you dealing with a person that's already in a relationship, regardless, you're going to feel like you had to protect yourself. You may feel like the person that you're dealing with, or you may feel like you may have to protect or defend the person you're with. You know, someone may feel like that because it's like whatever may come of this relationship being revealed, no longer being a secret. It's you may be like, if say you are dealing with an influencer or you're an influencer yourself, and it's not only social media, you could be an influencer within your community, within your job. You could be someone who's influential, maybe have a lot of authority, a lot of clout, you know, just you're somebody that's known, well known. You may face some sort of opposition from people. I would say this is more so I would want to say, I feel like it may be more so because the relationship is not going to be accepted, or may face a lot of criticism. Temperance is going to require you to be grounded. I don't know if some of you are dealing with, because we have the Tower now, that's Scorpio and Aries. Lovers is Gemini, and Temperance is Sagittarius. So when this relationship comes out, it's going to require you to really stand your ground. If you feel it may bring up certain emotions with you. If you feel like you had to defend yourself, you're going to have to be able to do this from a grounded space. You don't want to do it from a place where you're highly emotional, you know. You have to remain grounded. And this is definitely going to have a big impact on you, where it's going to require you to kind of touch base with yourself if you're willing to deal with a situation like this. If there's a lot of people against it, you know, because if this is like, say this is a relationship where you and the person really love each other, but then you have a lot of people that just like don't accept or agree with your relationship. And now that I'm saying that, I don't know if some of you are dealing with someone who's older than you, significantly older than you. Because if some of you are dealing with someone who's really older than you, I mean like a significant age difference, and I would say maybe 15 plus years older than you, then yeah, you may be at this point where you're considering whether or not this relationship is worth defending. Is this a relationship that you should continue on with, but you have to face the criticism, the judgments of other people? Because, or I saw the Three of Swords, so, or just decide to leave the situation because you can't deal with the stress, or that the stress that may be coming from people being confrontational or negative, or just really hating on your relationship with this person, regardless of whatever it is, you know, whether it's third party or not, you know. If you're dealing with somebody, I don't know if with the influencer status, if that's what brings up a lot of attention when the relationship is revealed, because there may be a lot of comments, a lot of DMs, harassment possibly, that you have to defend yourself from. This may even make you recognize, especially if you're someone who tends to be, You don't want to be out in the public and this relationship gets revealed. It puts you in the spotlight and you may not feel comfortable with that. And that may cause you to question whether this relationship is one to continue with because you feel uncomfortable being recognized or being criticized online, being known and easily accessible to people that you don't know, you know? Having a lot of views, a lot of eyes on you because of this relationship. Okay, tell me more about influencer status. Five of Wands, there's a lot of conflict, competition. Maybe if you're in a relationship with someone who's very highly desired, you know, like what they call eligible bachelor or bachelorette, there may be a lot of people coming at you and maybe even trying to put you down, I would say, like because they want what you have and they couldn't get it. So that people tend to get like that. You know, they want to like destroy somebody. And I say destroy them, not like, you know, destroy personally, like your emotions, the way you see yourself, your self-esteem. I feel like that's something that you may be not liking in this situation. Because if this is someone that you're dealing with that's highly desirable, they're gonna be like, why is that person with that person? You know, like that person's not good enough, or that person's not pretty enough, or that person's not skinny enough, her butt isn't big enough, or her titties aren't high enough, he's not muscular enough, or whatever whatever they would say about men, you know? So it could be something like that. With the Five of Wands. A lot of competition, a lot of adversary because of your relationship. Because of this relationship. But for some of you, you saw the red flags. You kind of know, and this is for people who are dealing with third party situations. But it's like you had to decide, you know, can you build a stable, solid foundation knowing that there's so many people is your love strong enough to withstand this? Can you still grow from this? Can there still be a possibility of a long-term relationship? You know, is there longevity in this after the relationship is revealed? Because I know some people, they don't want to reveal the relationship because they're not sure if the relationship is going to be a long-term relationship, if it's really serious, if it's going to head in that like marriage, you know? All right, another side note. This could be the person that you may marry. But like I said, that there may be people who are opposed to your relationship and they may interfere with it, with the devil card. This could be somebody who finds out about a relationship, but they reveal it. And I don't know if some of you know someone, maybe somebody said or did something that let you know, like, oh shit, I gotta watch out because that person's sneaky, they're conniving or something, because they've probably found out about a relationship, but you're getting some sort of sign, because that could be the red flag too. That you kind of had an inkling that someone knows about your relationship, but it could be someone who has negative intentions that may interfere. So that's a side message. If it's not a third party situation, you know. Page of Swords, but it's like only time will tell. You know, you just gotta have to, if this is a relationship that you think can stand the test of time, you're just gonna have to take the wait and see approach, you know. Can you you're gonna have to reflect and look at the truth of the situation and see if it's something that can be something that can grow, you know, that has the possibility of long-term stability, growth, even marriage, you know. I saw the Eight of Wands. Anything else? Yeah, but I feel like you're going to be experiencing some sort of anxiety, and I think that's what's going to make it, like, if you become more noticed, more recognized because of this influential person that you may be dealing with. I could speak from experience, and not because of the influencer status, but I'm going to tell you something. Like, you know, like when you have a lot of people like directing their energy towards you, it makes it difficult to go to sleep, especially if they're directing negative energy towards you, you know, and it may be inciting your anxiety, stress within you, maybe interfering with your sleep because of, and maybe even stressing you out. Like, oh my God, is this a situation I want to deal with? You know, but this is about you being honest with yourself. You know, is that relationship worth trying to overcome whatever conflict may come from your relationship being revealed? Or is this a relationship, something where you had to cut your losses and start over somewhere else? You know, like leave the relationship and then not look for the next opportunity, but open yourself up to a new opportunity. But also, this revelation of your relationship, if this resonates with you, this reading will not resonate with everybody. This creates an opportunity for you and this person to have a new beginning where you're not hiding anymore. You know, your relationship could be out in the open, and it's a new cycle. It's a new phase in the relationship where now it's like, hey, everybody knows now. So yeah. So it's a different phase, a different place your relationship will be entering, and then that's going to allow you to really set down roots, you know, because you and this person may be thinking that, yeah, now people know, I guess everybody knows that we're together, so let's just keep moving forward. Fuck what everybody thinks, you know, this is us, this is it, you know, and not allow yourself to get stressed out, you know. Yeah, reflection with the Seven of Pentacles, because I don't know if some of you been maybe talking to somebody for at least, I would say, because I can't imagine being in a secret relationship for 7 years. And people who are in a secret relationship for 7 years, I could be wrong. They're usually because the person's married, right? But if it's not years, it could be like some of you may have been dealing with someone for like about 7 months. And your relationship has been secret for 7 months, you know? It could be something like that. Okay, so I only have a little bit of time left before my lunch break ends. So let's see what the sassy spirits advice we have. And it could pertain to this reading itself, or it could be totally separate advice for whoever may be watching. For those of you who gave me a thumbs up, I really appreciate you. I hope this message resonates with you in the best way possible. Okay, another one, astrology isn't a personality disorder. So when I say this, it's like, stop excusing your behavior based on your sign, you know? You know, we're responsible for our own actions. We can't blame anybody or anything for anything we've done, anything we've said. Oh, this card. Girl, even your tarot deck is tired of him. I don't know if some of you have your own tarot cards and you're doing your own personal readings. Your tarot deck is like, give it a break. You know, they're tired of you looking up the situation, trying to read the cards in a way that makes you feel better about whatever situation you may be dealing with. You know, you don't want like validation. It says validation drama, you know. Sometimes you just got to look at the red flags, read the signs for what they are, not try to interpret them or misinterpret them in a way that appeases you, that makes you feel good about your situation. Sometimes you just got to have to accept the situation for what it is, you know? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? This one, you can't smudge away bad decisions. Yeah, you had to take accountability for any decisions, any actions, any choices you have made, you know? You have to take accountability. And stop confusing passion with a panic attack, you know? Something good for you wouldn't make you feel bad, you know? Wouldn't make you feel anxious, you know? It's supposed to feel good. Feel neutral. You can be optimistic, but if your gut is like you feel like you gotta take the anxious about something in particular, you know, that's not a good sign, you know? That could be fear, but it's important for you to discern what's the difference between intuition and anxiety, you know? And the universe is not Amazon Prime. So if some of you have been wanting to manifest something, understand that there are certain actions that you need to take part in. It's not only the universe and wishing and hoping and praying, you know, if you want a job, You got to fill out applications. You want an apartment? You got to fill out applications. You got to save money. You got to, if you want a promotion, then you got to like make sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. You're paying attention to details. You're putting your best foot forward. You had to do your part with whatever manifestation you're trying to bring forward. Don't expect it to be something that comes instantaneously, because some manifestations need time to come into fruition. They need time to manifest, you know? So I'm going to end the reading there. I hope this reading was helpful to you in some way. If you want to see more from me, Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. I always want to put the words together. If you want to see more from me, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to go live later today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's the goal. And I'm going to do an all signs reading for no contact situation. So I'm going to be going through the zodiac from Aries to Pisces in order of the zodiac. And I will have no contact messages, and I will clarify with tarot and any other cards that I feel would help clarify or even narrow down the reading for you. So I thank you again for joining, for liking, and possibly subscribing. And I hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone.